What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Chase Sapphire Preferred. I'm going to give you my biggest mistakes after 6 years of using this wonderful, amazing card. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to know whether or not this credit card is a good choice for you. Also, you're going to know how to maximize your benefits, your points, and in turn, that's going to help you make more money and get free stuff. And of course, also, hey, let's address the elephant in the room. You got to know whether or not this card is going to be worth the $95 annual fee, which, hey, before I paid $95 for this card, I had never paid an annual fee before. So before I give you my mistakes, you have to understand where I'm coming from. And here's some context to my experience. So back in 2017 and 2019, I was traveling a lot for work, for leisure. I was going to Europe and Costa Rica. The picture right here that you see is a picture that my wife and I took in Costa Rica for our honeymoon. Great place, by the way. You need to go to Costa Rica. And my friend tells me, hey, Alex, I see that you're traveling a lot, man. Like, what do you think about getting this Chase Sapphire Preferred? Like, it's got points and you can get free travel and like rentals and stuff, like if you accumulate enough points. And I was like, wow, dude, that looks like an amazing option. Keep in mind, that was my first time being introduced to somebody that was to a good card by somebody that was very knowledgeable about credit cards. My friend, he's a credit card nerd. He's got like 10 credit cards in his wallet, one for shoes, one for groceries, one for gas. Like, oh, it's just like all these crazy things happening in his head, keeping up with all these credit cards. Now, I got the credit card because the moment I felt it screamed quality to me. And when I used to work at McDonald's, I used to handle a lot of credit cards. And these are the ones that stood out. So I wanted to get one of these anyways. And I didn't know this was a good option. So I started getting hotels and rentals and shopping and dining, like all kinds of stuff. And with the bonus points, I got up to 100,000, if not a little more. That's how much I ended up accumulating. And this is when everything started going sideways. Because after the first year is very easy because if you pay the annual fee, you still get the sign-up bonus, and all of that ends up outweighing the $95 fee, the $95 annual fee. But after that, after the second or third year, especially if you already redeemed your points, then you need to be careful and you need to know how to use this credit card. Otherwise, you're going to end up cash flow negative. You're going to end up paying $95 and not getting much in return, in which case it wouldn't really be a good option, would it? So let's go over my biggest mistakes here. And the first mistake that I made was redeeming points outside of the Chase portal. And back then I was just looking at the cash amount. I did not care whether or not I was getting free hotels. I wanted the cash, and I wanted gift cards, and I wanted statement credits. And I was not maximizing. I did not get as much money as I could from doing this, because you can use points for statement credits and gift cards, but when you redeem them through the Chase portal towards travel, your points are worth 25% more. So the $100,000 points that I had could have been $125,000, and that's a big chunk. So my friends, use the Chase portal. Lesson learned. Also, another big mistake that I made was forgetting to use this card for dining and travel. Now, I did use this card for maybe the first 2 years. It was the only one that I had. And then I got another credit card. And when I got the other credit card, I started using that credit card and just swiping and swiping and swiping. And I forgot to use this one. Now, keep in mind, I am someone that likes to use my credit card anytime, anywhere, however I want. And I am not limited. I don't limit myself with where I use my credit card. I'm not like my friend who uses one card for gas, one card for grocery shopping. I just like to use one, and that's it. Now, the mistake that I made was keeping this credit card up until when I had other credit cards. And when I was using other banks, then this one was being left behind, and the $95 annual fee was not going to be worth it at that point. Now, the last mistake I want to share here with you is ignoring the card's protections. Now, if you're someone that travels a lot, maybe the airline, American Airlines or Delta Airlines, let's say that they lose your luggage. Well, if you have this credit card and you purchase your ticket with this credit card through the Chase portal and you meet all the requirements, if the airline loses your luggage, you can buy whatever you need for your business and this card will reimburse you. Of course, there are limits to this. You have to look into the fine print and what the limits are. But personally, I didn't do this when American Airlines lost my luggage back in 2018. I went to Connecticut, and when I landed, nothing to be found. I didn't have my luggage, and I had to go to a local Walmart to buy dress shoes. I had to buy dress pants and a belt like right away because I had a meeting. I remember having to wake up at like 6 a.m. just like, man, I got to go get my stuff. So don't pay for additional rental car insurance or trip insurance before you check what coverage this car already has. So that's something to keep in mind. And also for rental car protection, it's also very, very useful if you're someone that takes a lot of road trips. So these are the things that you need to keep in mind. Redeeming points outside of the Chase portal is a no-no. Don't forget to always use this card for dining and travel, and just swipe it and use it for everything. And anything travel, make sure that you book it through the Chase portal. Now, it's all not lost, right? There's always like pros and cons to anything. And that's why I wanted to give you a synopsis and an overview of the good things and the bad things of this credit card before we wrap this up and tell you whether or not this card is for you. So a couple of the pros that this card has is the hefty bonus, the $750 towards travel if you book through the Chase portal. Very key point right there. Also, this is something that I did not take advantage of, and that is the $50 credit every year for hotels that you book through Chase, something I also didn't get. And also, don't forget that you'll get 5 times your points on travel purchase through Chase. Again, you have to use Chase and the travel protection benefits, DoorDash and Lyft benefits, and extended warranty protection, travel accident insurance, things that I mentioned briefly previously. Now, of course, the cons, if we're going to be objective here, you need to have good credit, good to excellent credit. It has an annual fee, but if you use the card wisely in the ways that I just show you here in this video, you don't have to worry about that because the benefits outweigh the cons. And then also, it can be confusing to lead in, if it can lead to overwhelm, especially if you're not paying attention, like I was not after the first year, especially if you're using other credit cards and they're not Chase, by the way, that can also lead to a lot of confusion. You're not going to be maximizing your points. My friend was telling me, dude, the best thing that you can do is use cards that are in the same ecosystem. So when it comes to Chase, you can use the Chase Freedom, you can use the Chase Preferred, and there's like another type of Chase that you can use, kind of like the Chase Trifecta that they call. So that way you can just maximize and rack up all those Chase points. So is this card really for you? Well, if you want the $750 bonus, 6,000 points, if you travel moderately, maybe once or twice a month, if you want a nice bonus, and if also, the main thing is if you like to pay attention to the credit card point system and you're a credit card nerd, then this card is definitely gonna be a good option for you. Now, if you're interested in opening a Chase Sapphire Preferred Credit Card and start your journey with premium credit cards, then click the link in the description. You get your $750 bonus towards travel. You also support the channel at no additional cost to you. And of course, you'll get 10 years of great luck, not just good luck.